Hello, I'm Ina Shravinsky, and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Overnight, Russian forces launched attacks on Ukraine using 20 Shahed drones, of which at least 11 were downed, according to the Ukrainian General Staff. A total of 7 lives have been claimed across Ukraine in the wake of the attack. The Shaheds were aimed at cities in the Kharkiv, Kherson and Donetsk regions. Citing high-ranking Ukrainian officials, British newspaper The Guardian says that Ukraine is reportedly planning a renewed assault on the Crimean Bridge in the first half of this year. The newspaper suggests that the operation is part of a plan approved by President Zelensky, aiming to minimize Russia's presence in the Black Sea. However, there are serious doubts about Kyiv's ability to execute a special operation against such a well-defended target. Russia has taken extensive measures to protect the bridge, reinforcing its air defenses and deploying submerged barges to block drone access. Still, when there is a will, there may be a way. Now, let's move on to the Middle East. The Israeli military has halted leave for all combat units and drafted reservists to boost aerial defenses amid fear of escalation with Iran. The moves come as Iran's supreme leader vowed revenge and said that Israel will be slapped for a strike on Tehran's embassy complex in Syria that killed senior Iranian military commanders. The IDF, meanwhile, continues its operations in the Gaza Strip. Clashes between Israeli and Hamas operatives have taken place in the Deir al-Balah area in the south of the Strip. Israeli forces also continue searching the Amal and Nasser hospitals in Khan Yunis to make sure Hamas has not established infrastructure there again. And now, get ready as we dive deep into the heart of the conflict zone. Exclusive GoPro footage straight from the battlefield, courtesy of Ukrainian soldier Madar, takes you on a gripping journey. Watch assaulters strategize, take positions and unleash hell on the enemy. The intensity of the attacks and skirmishes in the village now etch scars on its once peaceful streets. Join the fighters of the 2nd Company, 1st Assault Battalion, 3rd Assault Brigade, as they engage the enemy in a relentless firefight.
Пидорас огонь открывает, да, нахуй? Так, дивись. Тут справа, зліва буде дом, поняв? Самий ближній роз'єбаний. Там дуже часто підари скупчуються. Посередині десь там перший дом і другий. І вони в тому промежутку часто бувають і гранати закидають з того моменту. Отут таки треба цинкувати. Бачиш цей дом? Отут його треба цинкувати і отут цинкується другий. Отак. Або я от сюди під парту переляжу. Близько, близько. Емка? Емка. Заберіть. Надо рюкзаки забрати. Іди забирай. Проходь. Давай, давай, братан. Там рюкзаки, візьміть їх, пожалуйста. Зараз, йдемо зі мною. Візьми оцей. А я оцей візьму. Come on, come on.
Let's move on to our next story. Hits from drones? Absolutely. Destruction of Russian occupiers and their equipment? Once again, the answer is a resounding yes. In the video ahead, you'll get both. See Ukrainian soldiers score a hit against an armored vehicle with Russians riding on top. Could they have escaped? Well, not likely. credit where credit's due, some of them were trying to dodge that drone, probably to no effect. Anyway, we're moving on. In a daring nighttime operation near Terny, the 12 Azov Special Purpose Brigade of the National Guard's drone unit takes out a rare TOS-1 Solentsepiok multiple rocket launcher en route to strike Ukrainian positions on the front in the Kreminna area. With precision FPV drone strikes, Azov operators obliterate the TOS-1 in transit, triggering a devastating explosion. There is no escape for the enemy crew. This strike, made possible by a fundraiser, which in turn made it possible to purchase night flight-capable drones, proved crucial for the Ukrainian forces. But also, it serves to illustrate a very important truth. More drones mean more Russian artillery gone from the battlefield, which has to be a good thing. Also, imagine how many civilian lives were saved by this strike. If you've been watching clips from this war for a while now, you will have noticed that Russians were often using the TOS-1 to attack civilian areas, basically packing this missile rack full of thermobaric munitions and devastating small towns or cities. A war crime, obviously. But now, with the TOS-1 gone, at least this one, the chance for this happening again has been reduced. Now we're moving on to yet another story from the front line of Ukraine. Coming across a damaged Stridsvagn 122 tank, which is the Swedish version of the German Leopard 2, the Russians decide to evacuate it. Will they succeed? Not if Ukrainian drones have anything to say about it. To paraphrase a classic video game character, nobody steals our tanks and lives. And with this reference, which some of you may be familiar with, we end this episode of Military Mind. Next deployment at the same time tomorrow, and in the meantime, please stay with us here on TVP World.